come with me on this fine, fresh Saturday morning. It is a bit frosty this morning, but we have got a man down. I've got a bit of a sniffle coming. We've got a 2018 Ford Transit Custom, and we're having some bottom arms put on it. As you can see, I replaced this one last night. But however, we come to the driver's side. That rear bush at the back there, the bolt seized. So what we're going to have to do is get involved and get a little bit of heat on it, and hopefully warm up. Now these rear bushes, they cause an absolute problem for no end of people, and there's lots of different ways that you can do it. You can get a heat inductor on it, something that we haven't got. We're looking at getting one. What we're going to have to do is get a grinder, cut the bottom arm off the bush, and then we need to remove the bush off the sleeve going through the bush, get a little bit of oxyacetylene on it, and then that bolt will then come out. So let's crack on. Now once we've cut that bottom arm off, get your hammer and a chisel. If you've never used one of them, they're by Mac Tools, they're absolutely insane. You don't smash your knuckles, but however I still manage to do sometimes. Bend that bottom arm round, come round to your front, remove your front bolt, but to do that you need to just move this dog bone bush at the bottom, pull the engine forward and that bolt will come out. Release your bottom ball joint, and then that arm should wiggle out like that. Now once that arm is off, what we need to do now is get a proper grinder, because that's, with it being cold, it's slowing down. So I have to get a proper grinder, get a cutting disc on it. You can put a slit in this, and then hopefully that bush now should just pop off that insert. And that is the busheroonie off. Now as you can see, this sleeve here, this is the culprit, and that's where the bolt seizes. So what we need to do is get some heat on it and get it nice and warm, and leave it for a couple of seconds, and that bolt, fingers crossed, should come out. Now as you can probably see then that this bolt, it wasn't turning because that sleeve was still stuck to the bush. What I've had to do is get a pair of more grips, hold the outer sleeve, and now all we can do is, if we get a gun and a pair of more grips, that is one bolt out, like that, beautifully. Now let's get this brand new bottom arm on, and also with it being a Borg and Beck, you get the two new bolts with it as well. And before we put them in, we're going to smother them in copper grease, so next time they need to come undone, they will fly out. And there we have it, that is that bottom arm now all fitted back to the vehicle. Now I have dated it, it's just something that I do. This vehicle is also having an oil and filter, which I've done. I've dated it, I don't know if you can give me a torch. I've dated it on today's date. Like I said in the beginning of the video, I've already put a passenger front bottom arm on it. We're also putting brake pads in it, and there is the oil on the floor there, ready to go in it. Oh, I forgot to mention as well, we are slapping some tyres on it as well. A couple of tyres on the front because they're getting a little bit low. Now this van, it does a lot of miles in the week. And there we have it, we've got the vehicle back on the floor now, two tyres on it, wheels are torqued up. I'm just going to put some oil back in it now. That stupid design this is on these Fords. The only place you need to go underneath the bonnet is pretty much to top the oil up. Now the bonnet sleeve is right in the way. Absolutely stupid design. Anyway, let's get the oil level correct, reset the service lights, and then we'll go for a little test drive. Now we're out in the van giving it a little bit of a test drive. I'm going to really appreciate this next 5 minutes. The heaters on. We've got the heaters on toasty, we're away, making sure that van's driving perfectly as it should, applying the brakes, making sure that the van's pulling up nice and square. Now on these Transits, when you're doing an oil and filter service, you must reset your oil dilution on your diagnostics or your service reset. Otherwise you're going to have DPFs blocking up on one thing and another. But anyway, we're going to get back to the yard now. I'm going to go home for the next sort of half an hour. Might have a little bath, who knows. I'm going to chill for the next 24 hours. Until we get back to work on Monday, we're going to have a nice little chill. But anyway, hope everyone has a mint weekend, and let's get it sent.